I'm sorry po, merong, ayan, sorry, kasi merong, ayan, na-disconnect. Nagkaroon ng problem sa connection. Ayan po. Internet connection is unstable. Mag-off na lang muna ako ng camera. Class, rinig ako, ayan. If you don't mind, mag-off lang muna ako ng camera. Okay. Ayan. Oo nga, ayan po. Sige, again, pag sinabing non-current or mga long-term, kahit assets yan or liabilities, we cannot easily determine or ma-convert yung value or yung halaga niya in a span of 1 year lang. Okay, unlike yung mga current, it's either short-term, ayan, current, it's either short-term asset siya or liabilities, we can easily determine yung kanyang nako-convert agad na nalalaman agad kung magkano ba yung worth ng particular asset na to. Magkano ba yung worth ng particular liability na to. Ayan, ganun ibig sabihin. So, kung isa-isahin natin yung nasa cash ay nasa list ng mga accounts, paki-check po sa mga inyong phone or sa inyong gadget. Ayan. Pinagsama-sama ko lahat ng assets. Yung unang, ilan ba yung assets na nandyan? Paki-count po. Paki-count cash, accounts receivable, paki-count po. Ilan lahat ng asset? Miss Jamela, ilan lahat ng asset natin yan?
7 po.
Okay, those 7, thank you. So those 7 list or accounting titles can be sorted out to different types. Isusort natin yan isa-isa para malaman natin kung paano yung arrangement dito. Pero like what I've said, ganun pa rin ang arrangement. Dito ang asset, dito lalagay tayo ng liabilities, meron tayong equity dito, meron tayong revenue, and pinaka-last on the list will be expenses. Okay. Ang comparison lang ay sa assets, kailangan i-sort natin into current muna bago yung non-current. Ganon ibig ko sabihin. Nasundan po. Okay. Ayan, ganyan. Tapos ganon din sa liabilities. Dapat current muna and non-current. Ibig ko sabihin, the most liquid asset is cash, right? The most liquid. Ano yung ibig sabihin ng the most liquid asset? Pag sinabing the most liquid asset, ito yung cash, ibig sabihin kung ano yung mismong value o yung amount na yan, hindi na yan mag-change basta-basta. Yan yung exact amount, yan yung exact value or amount na meron tayo sa cash. As compared sa katulad ng tools na nakikita nyo dyan, tools, ano pa ba yung nandyan? Machinery and equipment, hindi yan kaagad. Kailangan mo pa i-convert kailangan alamin mo pa yung value niyan o yung worth ng halaga ng object na yan. Ganon ibig ko sabihin. Okay, isa-isahin natin. Miss Jamela, ano yung unang-unang nag-appear dyan sa sinend ko na photo sa cash?
Sir, cash po.
Okay, correct. Cash. Therefore, unang-una, dahil cash is a current asset, yan yung exact value, the most liquid, lahat na makikita nyo, sa unadjusted trial balance, palaging nauuna ang cash kasi the cash is the most liquid asset. Therefore, lagay na tayo ng cash. Mamaya na po yung amount ha, i-explain ko lang muna yung arrangement ng ating accounting titles. Next, Miss Jamela, ano yung next natin na asset?
Machinery and equipment po.
Ayan, machinery and equipment, ika-classify natin siya as non-current or long-term asset. Bakit? Therefore, dito natin siya banda ilalagay. So, machinery and equipment. Kasi non-current asset ang machine. Or mga equipment, kahit ano, mga property, slash natin, gusto nyo, PPE. PPE stands for property, plant, and equipment. Lahat ng mga of value na mahirap i-determine yung kanyang value in a span of 1 year, tawag doon long-term or non-current asset. Naintindihan po? Therefore, the property, machine, lahat na yan, mga equipment, mga land or mga building, mga vehicle, hindi kaya i-determine yung kanyang worth or hindi agad nako-convert siya sa cash. Okay? After 1 year pa, ganon siya kahirap i-compute. Ganon ibig sabihin ng long term. Okay po? Sige, thank you. Next, Miss Jamela, after machinery and equipment natin, ano yung next?
Tools po.
Okay, tools. Ayan. Yung tools, dahil parang maliit lang siya ng object, small thing lang siya, ilalagay natin siya as current. Kasi ano lang yan parang yung value niya hindi kasing heavy or yun nga, kasing mataas na katulad ng mga machines. Yan. So dito natin ilalagay yung tools. Next.
Prepaid rent po.
Okay, prepaid rent. Ayan, yung mga prepaid or mga advance payment. Ang due lang naman yan ay within 3 months, within 2 months, within 6 months, meron ganyan. Yan, mga due lang naman yan. Therefore, nako-convert agad siya sa cash. Considered yan as current or short-term assets. Therefore, lagay natin sila sa prepaid rent. Naintindihan nyo po, prepaid rent. Example, di ba? Pag magre-rent tayo ng space, magre-rent tayo ng ating area para sa business or kahit na sa inyo, sa family, magre-rent kayo. Nagbabayad kayo monthly, di ba? Ibig sabihin, alam nyo agad na yung worth o yung value ng pagre-rent o pagbayad nyo ng isang space ay hindi aabot ng 1 year. Di ba po? Ganon siya. Ibig sabihin, within 1 year paid or within 1 year paid agad, within 6 months, kailangan mabayaran nyo agad yung rent. Ganon siya. Ang pag-determine. Sige, next, Miss Jamela.
Accounts receivable po.
Okay, accounts receivable. Ayan, isa rin yung current or short-term assets. Lagay natin under ng prepaid rent natin, accounts receivable. Next.
Accumulated depreciation.
Okay, okay, correct. Accumulated depreciation. So, lagay natin yan, accumulated depreciation, lagay natin yan as our non-current kasi it is under the machinery and equipment. So, accumulated depreciation. Okay, machinery and equipment. Ayan. Next.
Allowance for bad debts po.
Ayan, allowance for bad debts is also a current yan. So, insert tayo dito. Lang klasa, mag-i-insert tayo. Kailangan kasi siya, this is in preparation para sa financial statement. Kaya, kailangan, ayan, lagay tayo. Allowance for bad debts. Ayan, next, Miss Jamela.
Sure, liabilities na po. Note
Okay, liabilities na. Sige, ayusin na muna natin itong ating assets before we proceed to, so as you can see, ayan, lahat ito, current assets, and this one, non-current. These two are non-current assets. Naintindihan po, ibig sabihin ganyan yung kanyang magiging arrangement. Okay? Hindi natin pwedeng iuna si accumulated depreciation, hindi lang dahil asset siya. Ganon ang ibig sabihin. Hindi pwede natin unahin or isingit dito si Machinery and equipment. It is because non-current asset siya. Sa later part siya ng asset. Okay po, ganun siya. Ganun yung kanyang arrangement. Para hindi magulo. Okay, sige. Ms. Jamela, please continue yung ating amounts naman and saang side.
Sure, sa cash po ba?
Yes, sa cash muna po.
Sure, debit, 266,000.
Okay, 266,000 pesos debit. Next.
15,000 debit po.
Okay, sa tools, 15,000. Tama? Ang tools natin, 15,000.
Ay, mali po. Sa tools
Sige,
po,
sige.
7,000 debit.
Sa tools, 7,000 pesos debit. Okay. Next.
6,000 debit po.
Prepaid rent, 6,000
Opo.
pesos. Okay. Class, sundan nyo ha. Sundan nyo yung dinedictate ni Jamela. Ang basis natin ay nandun sa GC. Sinend ko po. Sinend ko po. Please refer doon po. So, sundan nyo lang. Sundan nyo lang. And then you can copy para meron kayong reviewer. Okay, thank you. Sige po. Miss Jamela, continue. Accounts receivable.
10,000 debit po.
Okay, 10,000 pesos. Next, allowance for bad debts.
800 credit po.
Okay, nasa right side, 800. Wait lang po. Okay, 800 pesos. Okay, next. Machinery, dito yan.
15,000 debit.
Okay, 15,000 pesos debit and then ang accumulated depreciation natin,
Credit, 3,000 po.
credit 3,000 pesos. Okay. Sige po, later, go-computein natin. We'll be moving to liabilities. Sige, try natin si Miss Gabi. Thank you, Miss Jamela. Miss Gabi, next.
Sure, liabilities po.
Yes, correct. Since naman yung dalawa lang yung ating liabilities, tama, Miss Gabi? Dalawa
Okay.
lang? Okay. Notes payable and accounts payable, those are current lang naman yan. So, wala tayo this time na long-term liabilities. Therefore, right after all the assets, followed agad ang liabilities, dalawa. So, sige, Miss Gabi, kindly dictate ano yung unang title natin.
Okay, sure. Notes payable po.
Okay, notes payable. Sige.
Sure. Pati salaries payable.
Okay, salaries. Salaries payable. And then, yung amount na rin natin.
Sure, sa notes payable, credit 5,000.
Okay, credit 5,000 pesos. And then,
Tapos,
salaries payable.
5,000 rin po.
Okay,
credit.
5,000 pesos credit. Sige, continue, Miss Gabi. Ang next natin after liability will be what? Anong next natin?
Sure, owner's equity.
Okay, correct. Owner's equity, isa lang, tama. Isa lang yung nandyan natin
Yes,
na
po.
owner's equity,
Capital
correct.
po.
Walang withdrawal. So, lagay natin our
Labangko capital.
capital. And ang amount ay how
Sure,
much?
credit
Credit.
317,000.
Okay, yan. Malaki-laki. 317,000 pesos. Okay. Thank you, Miss Gabi. Sige. Try natin sa iba mag recite. Miss Nicole. Sige. Meron na tayong cash. Meron na tayong asset, sorry. Meron na tayong liabilities. And then, we also have equity. Ito, isa lang. Now, we will be proceeding to our revenue. So, isa lang din yung ating revenue dyan. Tama, Miss Nicole? After capital, okay. Kindly dictate po.
Service income.
Okay, correct. Service income. How much is our service income? And saang side?
Credit is 70,000. 70,000. Balance
Okay,
is
credit. Correct. 70,000 pesos. Tama yung ating service income. Okay, right after naman ng ating revenue titles or which is ito, service income, we will be proceeding to the list naman ng expenses. Lahat ng expenses ay pagkatapos ng revenue. Sige po, Miss Nicole, kindly dictate yung ating expenses. The same arrangement na nandun sa photo. What's our unang expenses? Expense.
Ma'am, ano po tayo? Service income po tayo. Wait lang.
Yes, after service income.
Permits and licenses expense.
Okay. Permits and licenses expense. This is how much? Nasa left. Tama,
1,000.
debit side. Okay, 1,000.
500 po.
1,500 pesos. Next. Next expense, Miss Nicole.
Rent expense po.
Rent.
Rent
Okay,
expense.
rent expense. How much ang ating rent expense?
6,000 po. On debit.
Okay. 6,000 debit side. Next.
Supplies expense po.
Okay, supplies expense.
Debit to 20,000.
Okay, 20,000 pesos. Next.
Advertisement expense.
Okay, advertisement expense.
25,000 on debit.
Okay, 25,000 pesos debit side. Next.
Salaries and
Yes.
wages.
Salaries and wages. Magkano yung ating salaries?
On debit po, 355. Wait. 35,500 po.
35,000. 35,500. Meron pa po.
Utilities expense po.
Okay. Utilities expense.
5,000 on debit po.
Debit side ulit. 5,000 pesos. Meron pa po.
Wala na po.
Wala na. Okay. So, ito na yung last. Sige po, kindly get your calculators. Everyone, thank you, Miss Nicole. Kindly get your calculators. Let us together compute. Yes, Miss Nicole.
Ma'am, yung bad debit expense po ba? Kailangan po.
Yes. Kasali pa yan. Yan. Sige, lagay natin. Bad debt expense. Yan yung last.
Opo, before
Okay,
machinery and equipment po to.
Ayan, sige po. How much yung ating bad debts?
800 po on debit.
800. Ayan, wala na po. 800 pesos. Tama siya. Meron pa? Okay, thank you. Sige po, paki-compute. Hopefully, tama yung ating pag-transpose. Yes, Miss Jamela.
Sir, expense po ba yung depreciation expense, machinery and equipment? Kasi meron po siya after ng utilities expense.
After utilities, oo, meron. Dapat pala. Meron pa isa pa. Sige, insert natin. Insert ng row. Ayan, mag-insert pa tayo. That is, ano yun? Depreciation. Ayan, na-overlook lang. Depreciation expense. Thank you. How much yun, Miss? Miss Nicole, nakita mo? May depreciation expense?
Opo, ma'am. But,
Ayan.
3,000 po debit.
Okay. Tama, 3,000 debit. Ayan. Thank you, Miss Jamela. Kompleto na? Kompleto na po? Okay. Sige. Thank you. Sige po. Computein natin. together. Let's compute. Arrange ko lang. Wait lang ha. Arrange. Yan, equal na. Sino na nag-compute? Equal ba sila yung ating
Sir, ito yung
computation?
ano ng debit.
Okay, sige. For you, how much yung ating
Ay,
debit?
sir, credit pala to, sir. Sorry.
Sige, credit
Sir, ang
natin.
credit is 400,800.
Okay, 400,000. Wait lang, lagay lang natin dito muna sa ilan. 400,000. 800. Ito na
800.
pala, meron na si Mr. Kevin na sinend. Okay. And then, sa debit, Mr. Iganya, sige, wala pa siya.
Sir,
Sa
wala pa po.
25,000 po kapag credit or debit. 25,000 po kapag credit. So, pag-add nyo lang lahat, ito lahat, debit lahat, ng amount na yan, i-add. And then also lahat ng ito on the credit side, dapat balance siya or equal.
Sure balance po.
Okay, balance. 40,000, tama, Ms. Jamela, 40,800. And sa iba din, tama, 40,800.
Yes po.
Sige, thank you.
Sir, 400,000 po.
400,000 pesos lang?
400,000.
Hindi, sir, sabi niyo, sir, kanina kasi 40,000 lang.
Ay, okay, sorry po. Galit. Ayan.
Sir, hindi. Sir, si Jamela
Sige.
kasi eh.
Okay. Ayan, ako nawala. Sige po. Equals. Ayan, balance siya. 40,800 pesos. Okay. Nasundan po, ibig sabihin ito, share balance daw. Ayan. Sige po, ibig sabihin, this test, itong trial balance passed, our encoding or pag-journalize ng entries, ibig sabihin, tumatama yung ating steps. Okay, tama, nagawa natin yung steps. Step 1, yung pag-gather ng mga data information. Second, ay pag-journalize ng entries. Pangatlo, pag-post ng mga amount sa ating ledger, yung sinend ko ulit. And then the fourth step is ito, unadjusted trial balance. Since nagba-balance, therefore, this is parang hint na okay, sign or hint na okay yung ating mga titles and amount at yung pag-transfer. Okay, next. Ano po yung ating next step? Wait, let me puntahan natin. Dito ko lang to. Next naman, kailangan natin gawin yung i-transfer using all these accounts sa atin. Gagawa naman tayo ng financial statement. Okay? Tuturuan ko kayo gumawa ng financial statement. Ito na yung next step. Pagkatapos, itingnan nyo. Oh, okay. Ledger, ay wait, hindi siya kita. Ayan. Right after this trial balance, meron tayong financial statement. So I will help you all make yung financial statement. Okay, gagawa tayo ng financial statement. So trial balance, sige po. Let me screen this, share this. Kasi pupunta tayo ng sarili nating gagawa tayo. Sorry. Yan, delete ko. Send ko sa ating business. Ayan po. Kindly check sa GC. Ayan naman yung next natin. Gagawa tayo ng financial statement. Nasundan? How about the others? Nasusundan nyo po yung ating way of computing? Yung ating step by step pag-compute? Ayan. Sige. Let me, okay. Salamat sa mga sana hindi na mag-log. Okay. Gawa naman tayo ng financial statement. Tuturuan ko kayo. Title muna palagi, Romelo Banco, Automotive Repair Shop. Ganyan yan. Start tayo. So, statement of financial position. Ito yung other term ng balance sheet ha. Ibig sabihin, gagamitin natin yung equation na asset equals liabilities plus owner's equity. Sige po. And then, ang term naman ng date kapag sa financial statement na balance sheet, ito yun ha, ay as of. Yung kanina sa trial balance for the month, tama ba yun? For the month of January. Ayan, for the month of January. Pag dito naman tayo sa financial statement, palaging ginagamit ang as of. Ibig sabihin, pag sinabing as of, ito yung mga current amounts para sa month lang na ito. Okay po? Ito yung mga current amount and titles para sa month lang. January 31, 22. January 31, 22. Then, lagay tayo assets. Dito, combination tayo ng liabilities and owner's equity. Okay, next. Kailangan natin lagyan ng current assets. Since nakapag-sort na tayo kanina, di ba, lahat ng assets, ganon-ganon yung arrangement. Lagay natin cash. Next will be tools. Next ay prepaid rent. And after prepaid rent, we have accounts. So ganito siya ha. Accounts receivable. Tama, yan yung arrangement natin. Tama, yan. Okay. So, cash, tools, prepaid rent, and then accounts receivable. Lahat kasi sila current assets. Okay, current assets. Next. Amounts. Kailangan natin ng amount. So, tama, 266. 5,000 pesos. Lagi lang natin yan. Tools, we have 7,000 pesos. Prepaid rent, we have 6,000 pesos. And then, ganito na siya. On accounts receivable, we have 10,000 pesos. And then, meron tayong allowance for bad debts na 800 pesos. Okay. Ano yung lagi kong explanation sa inyo kapag merong allowance for bad debts? Ulit, di ba? Ang allowance for bad debts ay mga provision or mga parang ano ba yung Tagalog pag allowance plus? Parang budget ba yan? Ganyan. Parang ganyan. Budget siya para sa nakaalat siya na pera in case merong mga hindi magbabayad na mga customers or clients. Therefore, instead of adding up itong allowance for bad debts, ito ay deduction sa ating accounts receivable. Dinededuct po yung ating allowance for bad debts sa ating accounts receivable. So, lagi niyong tatandaan na ang accounts receivable palaging merong reduction ng amount. Kasi ang business, lagi siyang nag-aalat ng allowance for bad debts. Therefore, magle-less tayo dito. Ang lalagay natin, allowance for bad debts. Nasundan po. Okay, allowance for bad debts is a provision in case the customer or client cannot pay anymore. Therefore, instead of writing list, example, si Mr. Nino, may utang ako sa kanya, meron siyang accounts receivable. Si Mr. Nino ay makaka-receive ng bayad galing sa akin. Yung may utang, let's say, meron akong kailangan bayaran sa kanya na 100,000 pesos. Okay? Si Mr. Nino, magre-record siya, accounts receivable from Miss Bridge, 100,000 pesos. Eh, sabi ko kay Mr. Nino, Mr. Nino, I cannot pay the whole 100,000 pesos. The only amount I can pay you back ay, let's say, 80,000 pesos lang. Therefore, the 20,000 pesos will now be called allowance for bad debts. I-deduct na ni Mr. Nino kasi hindi ko na kaya magbayad. Example, i-deduct na ni Mr. Nino yung total accounts receivable niya dapat na 100,000, magiging 80,000 pesos na lang ang kanyang accounts receivable. Bakit nga? Kasi merong customers or client na hindi na kaya pang bayaran siya in full amount. Nakuha po? Yes, Mr. Iganya, may question?
Sir, bakit siya magiging allowance for bad debts kung hindi naman yung business yung may utang?
Again, hindi na yung yung business niya.
Sir, yung business yung may utang, sir, yung customer naman?
O yun nga, kasi parang ina-assume na ng business na meron talagang mga magiging customers or client na ganyan, hindi nababayaran in full yung kanilang obligations.
Sir, bawal sila ipakulong?
Marami pang mga, anong tawag dyan, parang hindi rule eh. Tawag dyan, parang may mga mandatory na pinapagbigyan muna. Tawag dyan, parang, mga ganun. Mandated na meron silang time span na pwede pa silang magbayad. Ganun. Pero, let's say, additional 2 months para mabayaran pa nila, mga ganun. Nakuha po. Hindi siya talaga totally as in papakulong mo na agad or dedemanda mo na agad, mga ganun. Bibigyan mo sila ng palugit sa Tagalog, ganun, para makapagbayad pa rin sila. Mga ganun. Pero for the meantime, pag ganun, i-consider mo na yung hindi niya kaya bayaran, i-allot mo na as your bad debts or mga doubtful ang tawag, doubtful accounts. Hindi niya na yon mababayaran. Swerte mo lang kung bayaran niya. Therefore, considered yon as your increase sa income mo. Ganun. Increase sa iyong accounts receivable. Pero for this mga reasons or scenarios, you record na it as your allowance or provision. Ayan, ganyan. So, to continue, nasagot ko ba, Mr. Iganya, yung iyong question? Ayan.
Sure, yes.
Yan, okay po. So, accounts receivable natin ay how much? So, 10,000, tama? 10,000 pesos. And then, yung ating allowance for bad debts ay 800 pesos. Pero lalagay natin parentheses. Lagyan natin ng parentheses yan. To indicate that we have to deduct itong 800 from our accounts receivable. So, lagyan natin equals this one, highlights natin. Maliit ba masyado, class? Hindi. Meron na lang tayong 9,200 pesos our accounts receivable. Therefore, ito yung ita-transfer natin dito. Transfer natin. Ayan, 9,200 na lang ang i-add natin. Okay, then meron na tayong current assets. Sige po, paki-add how much is our total assets? Before I sum this three, yan po, para marunong kayong mag-compute. Yan. Mr. JB, how much yung ating current assets? Mr. JB, how much yung ating current assets? Yan. Okay. So, lagay natin dito 288,200 pesos. Tama? Sa inyo, class, parehas kay Mr. JB. Next, punta tayo sa non-current assets. Ang non-current assets natin ay machinery, tama? Machinery and equipment. Okay, may isa pa tayong kailangan compute. Ano yung kailangan natin i-less sa machinery and equipment na asset, na contra asset, right? Kasi it reduces the amount on that account. Okay, ano yung kailangan natin i-less from machinery and equipment? Palagi ay anyone? Mr. Kevin? Mr. Kevin, ano yung kailangan nating i-reduce or i-deduct sa ating machinery and equipment? What do you think? Hindi yata ako rinig. Yes,
Sure.
Okay. Mr. Kevin, ano yung kailangan natin na i-deduct sa ating machinery and equipment? That is what?
Cash?
No, not cash. Not cash. Okay, Gabby will help you. Miss Gabby, ano yung kailangan?
For depreciation?
Depreciation? Depreciation, accumulated, correct. Accumulated depreciation ang ide-deduct natin. Kasi, bakit po? Kasi the machinery and equipment will always be reduce its value as time goes by. Bumababa, lumiliit yung kanyang value. Therefore, magde-deduct tayo ng pagbaba ng or loss ng kanyang value through accumulated depreciation. Okay po, accumulated depreciation na lagyan natin. Machinery and equipment. So, ganun din. Katulad ng ginawa natin. How much is our machinery and equipment?
15,000.
Yes, ito correct pala. Si Miss Chamela nag-send pala and Mr. Nino, correct. Accumulated depreciation, machinery and equipment. Yan, correct. 15,000 pesos. And then, magkano yung ating accumulated depreciation, machinery and equipment?
3,000.
Okay, 3,000 pero kailangan natin lagyan ng parentheses. 3,000 pesos. Okay, yan. Lagay natin siya ditong side. Dito na natin lagay. Equals. Okay, 12,000 pesos. Add natin para meron na tayong total assets. Ayan, napagsama na natin. Total assets. Okay, pagsamahin natin itong dalawang ito equals sum open parentheses. There, 30,200 ang ating total assets. Okay, save. Next, we will be proceeding to, may time pa ba? Ayan, sige. Lagay tayo, since wala naman na tayong current or long-term assets, lagay na tayo ng dalawa nating liabilities. Lagay natin, liabilities. So, notes, payable, and salaries payable. So, how much is our notes payable? We have 5,000 pesos, tama? And another one, 5,000 pesos. And then, meron na tayong total liabilities pa lang to. We have 10,000 pesos. Ayan. Oops. 10,000 pesos. Now, ang next ay equity, right? Meron na tayong liabilities. Dito na yung ating capital or owner's equity. But since, wait, let me save muna. 3 minutes is not enough. Ayan, we will continue na lang this one. Hindi siya kakayanin eh. Or Bangko Capital. Ayan. Kasi merong effect. The reason why I will cut na this one kasi merong effect. Hindi natin basta i-compute ang ilalagay natin 317,000 pesos yan. Hindi yan magbabalance. So, lagay natin 317,000 pesos. Hindi siya balance, di ba? 317,000 plus 10,000, we have 327,000 pesos. Hindi balance dito sa atin. Kasi meron tayong kailangan i-compute before putting the capital. That is yung effect ng revenue at expenses sa ating capital. Okay po? Ayan. Sige po, we will continue.